maybe you would give us some kind of insight to that you have some ambitions toward.
Yeah, I just see for the future-wise, just a winning program for Mississippi State.
We're inside the town with Starkville, Mississippi, and I am with the record breaker basketball player, Mr. Josh Hubbard. Josh, thanks for being on the show, man. Thank you so very much. And
Appreciate the invite.
absolutely. During your high school time, you broke the all-time record in the state of Mississippi for boys basketball. Now, correct me if my number is not right, but accumulation of points of what, 4,367? Is that correct, or is that close?
I think it's 69.
Okay, 69. Yeah. Well, take me to that place, because that's just not a record for just a little town or just one school. That's the entire state of Mississippi. Was you anticipating that moment to happen? Tell me about that moment.
Yeah, so going into my senior year, my assistant coach told me that, I had the chance, and I wasn't really focused on it, heading into the season. I just wanted to work on my body, for college and all that. And, as we began to play games, and it was towards the end of the season, and it was the playoffs. And so it was a semifinal game. And I was like 23 points away. And so, games before that, we kept up with it. And, that game, it was just, it was a close game. So I couldn't think about it too much, when I knew I made it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had to get back on defense. But besides that, after the game, I definitely processed it. And
was there any celebration at all, or was there just quick work to the next game?
Yeah, for sure. They had a little basketball for me with all my points on it, and they did it in Hattiesburg at PCS, and family, teammates, everybody was there, so it was a blessing.
What was that pressure like?
At the time, it wasn't that much pressure because I knew I had games ahead to where I could, eventually break it at some point.
Sure.
But at that time, the most important thing was just winning. And, we wanted to get to the state championship and obviously overall tournament. And so I think, with that, it just happened in that moment.
Sure. You talked about you was focusing on your body. What's some elements have changed for you since moving from high school?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain that talent and continue to evolve and even get better?
Yeah, I think just never being satisfied. I always staying humble, and hopefully one day I can get to the next level. So that's what I'm working for as well. So my dad installs that in me. My brothers and sisters. They motivate me as well. They treat every day not the same, and just attack the day in their field. When you love something so much, you'll do anything for it.
Yeah, you said you had brothers and sisters. How many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 5.
Does any of the others play any kind of basketball or sports?
My 2 brothers did in high school, but not anymore.
Okay, who's the best one out of all of y'all?
Me.
So I was sure they would probably agree with that too. But tell me a little bit about your parents. Supportive?
Yeah.
I would imagine they have played a big role in you sitting in this chair today.
Yeah, for sure. I think you hit it right on spot. Just the word supportive, not just with myself, but, cousins, and things like that, just everybody. And, my brothers and sisters did a lot of things, they sang in the choir and things like that. And just the support system, they didn't miss a thing. And, like with me, after this year, they didn't miss one game. They were at home, every home and away game, and, still made a way to support my other brothers and sisters. And I think that just goes a long way. And, they've been there since day one. So, they've taught not just me a lot, but my family. And, without them, none of us would be in the situation that we're in today.
I would imagine. Do they help you in any way to contain you to some degree?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in high school. My mom always told me, you're not headed where everybody else going.
Yeah.
And, my dad was always telling me, stay humble and hungry, and they both always told me, keep God first. So I was constantly, being told these things. And, as a high schooler, you want to go to parties and things like that. But what they told me and installed to me, it was just all God. They seen the vision before I saw it. And, I'm just super grateful for that.
Anything that you've had to overcome to get to where you are?
Yeah, there was always self-doubt, with my size, and I never thought I could play at the next level. And my dad always told me, you're a pro. And I'll be like, Dad, like, no, I'm not. Like, like, and
So you self-doubt. You said
yeah,
self-doubt.
for sure.
He just drove you to help overcome that.
Always kept me driven.
Yeah.
And he always gave me that vision, of what I could become. And then when you match that with just work ethic, it can just take you anywhere.
Absolutely. So how tall are you?
5'10".
But there has to be advantages for the 5'10".
For sure.
What would those be?
Oh man, speed and just breaking the defense down. IQ, I have a good shooting ability.
You have a unique jump shot.
Yeah.
And it seems very systematic. It seems very unique, but it seems like it may be some patterns to that. Do you pattern yourself by anybody, or have you, or maybe multiple?
Yeah. And in high school, I kind of stole it, the jump shot, because Deshaun Ruffin, he played at Callaway High School, and so I can't take all the credit.
Sure.
He was also my size as well. He went to Ole Miss. He's now at Jackson State, and just to see what he did in high school, it was unbelievable. How high he jumped on his jump shot. He was dunking on people, doing a little bit of everything.
Does chemistry have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it plays a huge role, especially in team sports. I think that's one of the most important keys in winning. It all just goes to chemistry. Credit to Coach Jans. He does a tremendous job with that, off the court, on the court.
Are there any other tactics that is deployed that helps to literally just get you guys together to like each other?
Man,
is there anything you do? Do you hang out? Does the coach push certain other extracurricular things?
Yeah, for sure. Like this past summer, we instead of practice, we played baseball.
Oh, interesting.
Just little things like that. This is a sport we all love. So when we compete at a high level, against each other, and then we get the opportunity to do it against somebody else, it just adds a little bit more to it. And, it makes us want to do it even more and work it even harder.
Have you ever walked into a game where there was some tension going on, and did you feel like that affected the team and ultimately maybe even the outcome?
I think I've experienced that in high school for sure. I think every team goes through it eventually, but I don't think it really affects on the court that much because everybody wants to win.
Tell me a little bit about Cameron. You and Cameron I know you're a team player. I'm sure you love all your guys, but everyone else is highlighting the duo aspect. From your fan base, from the school. I don't know that that's intentional. Maybe it is, but I just wanted to get a little insight from you. What does that mean when everybody calls you the duo?
It's definitely good to hear, but I think they just see the duo as like us being here. Ever since last year, we were on the team last year, and so, we got a lot more dudes on the team. That could be the duo.
Sure.
But I just think from a fan's point of view, that's just how they view it.
Is there anything specific that maybe you would give us some kind of insight to that you have some ambitions toward?
Yeah, I just see for the future-wise, just a winning program for Mississippi State.
Sure.
I think it's heading in that direction, quickly. And, you look at the guys that Jans got committed in this 2025 class is unbelievable. We got one of the best recruiting classes in the country. Yeah. And so that I see for sure. And, just for this team, I just see a bunch of pros. I love this team. I tell everybody that. I really do think everybody could play, at a higher level. And, I just got so much respect for, all my teammates. So I want to see them all succeed.
How do you reach back and help community while working on your dreams and at the same time honoring those that's come before you?
Yeah.
How do you balance those levels of honor? How do you do that?
Once you really think about it, we all get one life. And so, for me personally, I feel like my life would not be a waste, but a waste of, not helping others. And so, I've met a lot of great people, that have gave me advice, and, I took off and ran with it. And so, I just want to give that advice to the next generation so they may do the same that I'm doing.
Sure. Tell me, either what are you currently doing with community or communities in those up-and-coming generations, or what do you aspire to do with community?
Last year, I think we really took off with just this showcase, the Josh Hubbard showcase. And, we plan to do a lot more things, like, involving, holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're working on that. And so, we just wanted to get started somewhere.
Sure.
Obviously, it takes a lot in a team, to plan these things. And so, I think, we're just heading in the right direction.
Sure. What are you majoring in?
Yeah, I'm majoring in youth development as of right now. I was a kinesiology major, but man, that's just a field not for me.
Yeah, I understand.
And so, I wanted to take that into coaching, and so, hopefully, one day, when the ball, stops dribbling, I can be a coach.
Certainly. Is there any other thing that you would love to just share with either a fan watching, advice, someone's trying to get to where you are now, and you can encourage them directly? What would that be?
For me personally, and the experience I've been through, just it takes a village, just to get where you want to go. You can't do it alone.
No.
And outside the village, it's all God at that point. And he can take you anywhere. And so when you put the work ethic, with the support of your village, and always keeping God first, and praying, and man, it's no telling where He can take you.
You have a village, and you've had a village around you. In that village of different people, do you open yourself up in any way for accountability and correction?
It was a point in my life where I thought I knew everything.
Yeah, all of us.
All of us. And so, as I matured, I came to realize, I don't know everything, and I still don't. And so, I still have a lot of room for me to grow, on and off the court. And so, for me to be a better person, I have to open my ears up and listen.
I think that should inspire others listening. People do want you to have success. We need to know, and I want to know, because it's important, and a lot of people watching want to know, who's the GOAT?
Who's the GOAT? Man, I think you just have to give it to LeBron.
LeBron's the GOAT?
Yeah, I think you just have to.
So what is your basis on LeBron being the GOAT, in your opinion?
In my opinion, credit to Jordan. He got the rings. Doing it in back-to-back years, that's amazing. But when you look at LeBron, I think what separates him from Jordan is the longevity. He's still playing.
He is.
He got the scoring record, beat Kareem. And, and you look at like the teams he's played with, and, the people he played with, you can just like put him anywhere on the court. And so I think, Jordan, you could have done that, but I feel like, LeBron
he's more adaptable.
Right. Yeah, I think he's more adaptable for sure. So,
have you met any NBA superstar like would be LeBron? Have you?
Yeah, I met LeBron.
Did you meet LeBron?
Yeah, I played against his son a couple times.
Oh, did you really? Well, that's really great. And that's good. And I'm hoping that he can look this way and see you as you evolve in your career and your dreams unfold. I think there'll be a world that watches even more as you continue to do as you have advised and you've been practicing. Work hard, put God first, put a village around you, and I'm going to assume have fun on the way.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. Well, listen, Josh, thank you so very much for being with us on our show today and give us a little bit of insight of your private life, your work ethics, some of your opinions and your feels of the game, and then some insights maybe towards your future. Thank you for being so community-driven, and we look forward to watching you continue to play, continue up the good work, and listen, we're praying for you along your journey, and may God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thanks
so much for your time.
State.